Winter is almost here, and if you want some super cute handmade sweaters this year, you're gonna want to start right now. I want to talk about the best yarn for winter clothing. I've already done a video all about the best yarn for summer clothing, which you can watch here, but now we're gonna go all over what yarn is best for winter because we're coming up really close to winter, and if you want a sweater, you have to start right now. Hello everyone, my name is Hunter May. I'm the owner of May Crochets. I design my own patterns, I have merch, I do tons of fiber arts vlogs, and I'm so happy you're here. So what I'm going to be talking about in this video is different fibers that are really good for winter, and then I have a few over here that I'll be showing of like my favorite brands that I've used before and would recommend, and then just talk about the benefits of each of the fibers. So there are so many fibers that are out there when it comes to yarn. One of the things I've just kind of recently learned is the benefits of each of those fibers. There are fibers that are better for summer versus winter. And one of the fibers that are really good for winter are all of the animal fibers. So this is merino wool, it's mohair, it's alpaca, cashmere, normal wool. There's a lot out there, so we're gonna first dive into that category. So the benefits of animal fiber is that it's naturally insulating, it's breathable, and it's also very warm for winter. The first one I wanted to kind of go over was merino wool. And if you see me looking down, I have my script down here with all my notes, so that is why. So merino wool, it's soft, temperature regulating, and it gets rid of moisture really well. It's super great for sensitive skin. I haven't really found that it's been super itchy for me by any means. Wool can be a little interesting for me. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but some wool I just don't really like. So I definitely have to like feel wool to make sure it's not gonna be too itchy for me. One of the specific brands that I really like of merino wool is Knitting for Olive, and I actually brought one of mine here. Here's a super pretty color. Knitting for Olive has some really nice colors and different weights of yarn. I highly recommend. So this is merino wool. Merino is very nice, very soft. It's on the pricier side, but it is super nice for the winter. Along with this guy right here, I also have another one from Knitting for Olive, which is our next category, mohair. So mohair is light, it's fluffy. As you can tell, it is super fluffy. It's so soft. This is the same color as the one I showed previously, but just mohair in a different weight. It adds warmth to whatever you're making. I wouldn't recommend people use just mohair. I've actually never done it, but I've seen a lot of horror stories of people just using mohair, having to like frog something, and it is a pain to frog. But if you combine the two, so if you combine mohair with something else, like I did with these two here, it creates such a soft fabric and super warm. So mohair is great in combination with other things, such as this merino wool. And it's really great. It's not super thick, so it adds warmth without making it super bulky. All right, the next animal fiber is alpaca. So I'm not sure if I've actually tried alpaca. I might have in like a blend of something, but I couldn't think of an alpaca yarn that I had right now. But the benefits of alpaca is that it's actually warmer than wool. It's super soft and has a really nice drape to it. It's really good for like shawls, cardigans, anything you want that like nice drape to. I tried to look for alpaca yarn out there that I thought were interesting or tried to remember if I had used before, and I couldn't really find any. I would recommend a lot of local like indie dyers to see if they have alpaca, or more local yarn companies for the alpaca. I just haven't found a really good large company that sells alpaca If you guys know any really good alpaca brands of yarn, definitely comment them down below so I can try them too. Alpaca is very expensive, so keep that in mind. The next one is cashmere. I also don't know if I've tried cashmere or not, maybe in a blend, but I definitely didn't have any in my yarn closet. The benefits of cashmere is that it's lightweight, super warm, and really soft. It's a luxury fiber, so it's still gonna be very expensive. It's really great for close to the skin because it's so soft. So garments like sweaters or like a scarf that you're gonna have around your neck, cashmere would be super nice. And then last but not least, the classic one that you guys are probably all thinking is just regular wool. There are so many different types of wool out there. I have a few that I grabbed. I guess I have one that I grabbed, but another one that I'll mention that I just couldn't find in my closet. A lot of indie dyers sell wool yarn, and you can get really pretty colors. Right now I'm using yarn from Arcane Fibre Works. I will put a picture of what I'm working on because it's beautiful. But they have tons of wool yarn. Wool is usually what you're gonna find if you go to a local yarn store, and it's yarn from around the area. I don't like ordering wool online because for me, it really depends on the texture. So I like to be able to feel it first. Benefits of wool is it's very durable, it's water resistant, and it's very warm. It's really great for outerwear pieces, everyday winter pieces like a beanie or a scarf. One of the wool yarns that I did grab is this one by Wool and the Gang. I like Wool and the Gang. It's very soft. It's not itchy at all. There have been a few yarns that I've tried that have just been way too itchy for me. I can't remember off the top of my head which ones they are, but I can vouch for Wool and the Gang. Another one that I tried that I really liked was by Hobie. I think it was just their wool. I'll double check. Yeah, so for Hobie, it's just Hobie's Friends wool. And I really liked this one. It wasn't crazy soft, but it wasn't scratchy, and it was perfect for a hat that I made. You kind of have to watch out a little bit when you get wool. Make sure that it's not super itchy for you, but it is super nice. I feel like people have more alternatives and fun colors and just more options out there when it comes to wool compared to other fibers like acrylic, which we're talking about next. So the next fiber is acrylics. Acrylics, the benefit of them is they are just very affordable. So it is a plastic, it's not an animal fiber. It's very durable. It's machine washable, which is super nice. Wool is not. Don't put your wool in the washing machine, or definitely not in the dryer. It will shrink and felt up. So with acrylic, it's not as warm as the animal fibers, but it's lightweight and budget friendly. There's also just so many colors available in acrylic. You can get just a wide range of colors. One of the brands that I really like is Hobie. I grabbed one of mine. This is Hobie Amigo, and it's 100% acrylic. They have a huge range of colors, and it's very soft. I made a vest out of this, and it is super warm and really nice. I just love the variety of colors they have. There's so many colors to choose from. Acrylic is great if you just don't want to spend the money. Animal fibers can get so expensive. Some other brands that have some really good acrylic that I think are like Lion Brand has a lot. Red Heart has some pretty good ones. You got like Karen, you got Premier. There's almost every single yarn brand besides like Wool and the Gang, specializing in wool, will have their own acrylic line. Finally, the last section I want to talk about are blends. So blends of these fibers with other fibers, things like that. So the benefits of blends is you can try to get a wool plus acrylic blend, and that will bring the price down lower but still give you the benefits of the animal fiber. An example of that is this Lion Brand's Wool Ease. So this one is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. So it's cheaper because it has acrylic in it, but it also has the benefits of wool in that it's warm, it has that wool feeling, which this one is not itchy, so I definitely like that, but I think that's the added benefit of acrylic being added into this. It's not 100% wool. It also, because of the acrylic, it adds durability. I still wouldn't wash this in the dryer though, because it has that extra wool. It has a smaller amount of wool than acrylic, but I still wouldn't trust it. I would definitely not run this, but it's a really good alternative if you'd like the benefits of wool, but you don't want to spend all the money for, say, Wool in the Gang. And they have a decent amount of colors in this one, not tons. This one is Natural Heather. I think I used this for a sweater vest and it worked awesome. It was really great. So there are so many fibers and a lot more probably than this that I mentioned. Also a lot more yarn brands that I like. They didn't come to mind. These ones did. If there are any yarn in these fibers that you like, definitely comment them down below. Or if there's a fiber that you think I missed, also add that in the comments. So if you are wanting to create your own sweater this winter, I highly recommend you start very, very soon. Your time is running out if you want to be able to wear it for the majority of winter. I'm starting on one right now. That's the picture I showed of my Arcane Fiberworks project. I'm really hoping I get it done fairly soon, but I'm running out of yarn. So hope for the best that I finish it in time and can actually wear it this year. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I would love if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I make tons of different videos, like I mentioned, and I would love if you watch some more of them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a really good rest of your day. Bye!